Okay, so we're live now. Oh, so sorry for, wow. So sorry for that break in transmission technology. Mrs. Nkwari Kalu is actually going to continue. Like I said, let me reintroduce her again for those of us who may be joining right now. So please grant Premier access so that you can actually join the stream. This is the woman and money. The woman and money. So, like I said, she is a woman that has touched money, is touching money. We yet touch plenty money, you know.
Amen.
And so she will be sharing with us. She'll be sharing with us on the woman and money. There are some women whose their own assignment is to use money to advance the kingdom. So it's not everybody that will be preaching ministry. Their own, in fact, their own ministry, because ministry is service. Their own service is money. So for a woman, for a woman to have money, it's important. And not only having the money, you knowing how to manage and multiply your money. Making it, managing it, and multiplying it is key. She's not going to be saying so much technicalities. She's actually going to be sharing with us practical tips on how we can actually, maximize our money. So I'd like you to write down, take notes. She's a geologist by training, but a businesswoman. She's a businesswoman. She is a career woman. She's a career woman. She has done business. She's also a real estate consultant. So the person who is speaking to you on money from wherever you're watching from any part of the world, I need you to know that the person who is speaking to you about the woman and money is an example of what she's sharing. It's an example. So please, I'm leaving the stage right now for Mrs. Nkwawi Kalu. So you're on now.
Oh, so sorry.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Pastor Favor. Thank you for those of us that are just coming back. Thank you. Just coming in. Thank you very much. We're used to it. Technology. We'll get there very soon. Okay, we're talking about the woman and money. And we at the beginning we defined who a woman is and then what money is. And we're talking about money as a medium. As value. Money is actually value that you place on something. So I was talking about the motivational speakers. I said what they say to motivate people is what they have as their value. Someone like Pastor Favor that just spoke to us. Pastor Favor, by the time she has the ability to ginger, so her own value is ginger. By the time she gingers you, you don't even know the time. Maybe you don't even know how to drive. You go and carry your car key. You go and carry a car key and want to drive yourself because that woman can ginger. So that's the value she has. And then let's go into Ecclesiastes 7:12, talking about money in the Bible. It said, for wisdom is a defense. Ecclesiastes 7:21, verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellence of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Ecclesiastes 10. I want to just to establish some things about money in the Bible. It said, a feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. So if you are so holy that you do not want to hear anything about money, know that even the Bible says that money answereth all things. The same Bible says in 1 Timothy 6:10, it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which others some coveted after. They have erred from the faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. The Bible did not say money is the root of all evil. It says for the love of money, the love. So it's not that it is wrong to have money, because the Bible says money is a defense. It answereth all things. And now the love of it is the root of all evil. So how can it become evil? You have money to do something, but you cling so much to that money that you think you cannot release it. There was a time I had a surgery 4 years ago. I just came back from the surgery and I was still very weak. My niece ran into the house. She said, Mommy, come and see. Our neighbor's daughter is convulsing down. They poured water everywhere. With that, my weak body and everything, I rushed to that place. When I rushed to that place, I told the woman, where is her mom? She said her mom went out. I said, let's call her number. We're calling, was not going. At that point, I told myself, man, if I perish, I perish. I'm going to take the risk to take this child to the hospital. I do not care how much I'm going to spend, but I'm going to do it. I love this child more than this money. So I rushed the child to the hospital. I opened a folder for her, did everything while we're calling the mother on phone. The next thing, the mother, after like 15 to 20 minutes, the mother now picked the call and they told her where we were. The mother ran into the place and came, and she continued with everything. The child was administered, drugs were administered to her and everything. I never looked at the money aspect. I did not say, ma, give me my money. I did not even discuss that thing, because to me, I valued that child's life. So for the love of money, but there are some people, you have it and people are in need. You rather keep that money because you want to save. Yes, you want to have a saving culture. So you save that thing and you don't want to give it. Look, the Bible says in Haggai 2:8, he said, the silver and gold is mine, says the Lord of hosts. So who is the owner of the money? It's God that is the owner of the money. And he said, time and season happen to them all. So if you have that money and you are not using it well, a time will come, the money will grow wings and fly away. So if you have money, you should be able to use that money to do something. So, Oga, who is the owner of that money that you think you have? If it is you, you can collect it. But if it is God, you collect it. So if you are the owner of the money and it does not belong to you, God has the power to retrieve it. I'm going to talk about our attitude towards money. I'm going to break it into different sections. We are women. We did a lot with the home. Our attitude with money in the home. How do you handle your money at home? Some of us, we have, the world calls it house girl, but we call it caregiver. You know, you have a caregiver that is working for you, and then the person is working for you. That person might be sick or something. All you do, you just say, waiting. You will go and do this work. I have work to do. You finish this work. And when you finish this work, you are going to also use your money to go to the hospital. How bad? What kind of wickedness is that? So why did God give you that money? I remember that I had one house help or caregiver some years back. This girl, her elder sister was sick. She was not concentrated. I was like, what is the problem? I'm going to give us a lot of true life stories, because this life is not about theory, you know. She now said that her sister was sick and everything. So I was like, okay, how much do they need? And I sent some money to the parents that they should do and help with the hospital bill and everything. But somewhere along the line, the lady died. And some months later, I was like, what is happening? What happened? Have they not buried this lady? She said, no. I said, why? She said, the cops is still in the hospital. I said, I don't understand why. She said, because they've not paid. You've not paid what? The hospital bill is not complete. I was like, why didn't you tell me? You know, other people will say, no, this is house girl. Why will I pay? Your attitude towards your health is very, very important. You know what I did? I told my husband about it, and we sent money there. And they were able to collect their cups and bury. We would have ignored it. But if we did that, that girl will not be settled and she will not be working well. So what is your attitude towards your money in the office? How do you, at work and in the house? As a woman, do you say no? Or when you want to buy things, you just buy for your kids? Yesterday, I bought something for my daughter. I was so happy. She did something. She said, Mommy, can I share it with my auntie? Because they call our caregiver auntie. So can I share it with her? I said, I was just looking at her. I said, I bought it for you. She said, yes, you bought it for me, but I want to share it with her. I was so happy that if this girl is already seeing this person as her fellow sister and she can do something, I just said, God, thank you that this attitude has been cultivated inside this child. So how do you cultivate, how do you do with money in your home and also at work? So because you are the Oga and the CEO of a place, most of the time, once you just enter, oh, the lion of the tribe of Judah has entered the place, so everybody will start running. What's your attitude in the office? The people will start running, or because you feel, okay, I am the owner of this business and I have the power, to pay salaries whenever I want, and it's time for those people to be paid salaries. You just hold that money and say you will not pay them. What kind of wicked tax master are you? Or as a trader in the market, you are the owner, you have so much around you, you are the person that has everything, and that thing now begins to enter your head. When people come, hey, madam, please, you have this thing. So are you talking to me? You know, there are some traders. In fact, there was a woman that I wanted to buy something from her one day. She had beautiful fruits I wanted to buy from her. When I went, I said, "Ma, how much is this pear?" She told me that is 200 naira. And I opened my mouth because that was pear season now. That was the season. I was like, "Ma." She just said, "This is it. If you are not going to take it for 200 naira, 200 naira, leave it." I just told her, "Ma, sorry, I will leave it though. It's my money. I'm not going to this thing." I just carried my money, JJ, and I left. So how do you do with money? What's your attitude towards money? Do you, because you see you're in control, you're so proud and everything? There's a way. I mean, there is a way and manner you do when you have money. Your attitude towards money should be humble. Why? Because money can fly away, but relationships last. There is value in people. It's not all about you heroes. If you have to avoid selfishness, you have to be humble. Like I keep saying, that the owner of the money, if he comes and finds out that you're not a faithful steward, he will collect what you have. And you know why? We are just stewards. We belong, everything that we have, everything that you possess belongs to God. The reason you have money is so that it can be a channel of blessing to help others. Remember, you have to help others. When I started working, the first 1 month, that time my salary was 8,000 naira. It was hard. I drank Gary and Granola Soba. But will I today, because I employ somebody to work for me, because that person is working for me, because I drank Gary, I want that person to continue drinking that Gary like me and say, okay, no, this person, no, no, I'm not going to pay. Is that what I'm going to do? Or because you just bought a new car, you're passing, you say, splash the water on these people, they are trekking. Your attitude towards money is very important. I want us to establish that first before we do anything. Do you just move? There was a time I was walking one day on the road. I was still young then. One man splashed water on me. Hi, I looked at this man. I said, "Oh God, don't worry." I said, "Don't worry. By the time my car comes, this your car would have been old model. I'll be driving the latest model. Only God knows where that car is now. But that's your attitude. Why would I get angry because the man has a car and he poured water on me?" And that one also should also encourage those of us that are growing. We're still growing. We're all growing, and we don't need to see, don't look at someone that is so proud. I mean, that is up there and get angry and jealous. No. And to me, if somebody is up there, serve the person. You know, I was reading something about that Dangote. You know, I fell in love with that guy because reading his autobiography, the guy is humble. He is humble. He's so humble to the extent that at 12 years, he went to take somebody that was not even a northerner. He did not care whether the person was a northerner or a southerner. Where he went and took that person and mentored this person from the time the guy was 12 years. He trained him to become something. What is your attitude towards money? Is it that when you have money, everybody, they must come and carry my bag, or I'm not leaving this place? No. You should be able to serve people. Women, what do you do? Your husband gives you chop money. The Bible says a faithful steward multiplies whatever is given to him. Luke 16, verse 3. So do you spend as a prodigal son? Do you throw away do you run away from dirty work? Or when they give you money as a woman in the house, you just carry that money and go and buy Revon, and you don't even you don't feed your kids, you don't feed your husband, not knowing that the beauty comes from the nutrition that they eat. You now carry that money and eat. Please, women, chop money, no they carry am do chop it. Talking about attitude, I mean our attitude towards money. Then we have different sources of money. As a woman, you know, the other day my son asked me a question. He said, Mommy, what do you even do, sir? What is your work in this house, sir? My daughter said, don't go there. I said, no, what's your work in this house? I said, okay, I'm your cook. He said, uh-huh. And what again? I said, I wash your clothes. He said, uh-huh. And what again? I said, I'm your driver. My daughter said, don't go there. I'm your driver. He said, and what again? I said, I'm your teacher. Hey, the boy started saying, okay, Mommy said no. I said, no, it's not enough. I started calling different things that I used to be. You know, I said, and you know what? You are going to pay me for everything that I am to you. So as a woman, you are plenty things. So you don't just stick with one thing that you have. You look for other means of getting money, other means of getting income. Don't just sit down and say, I am a full-time housewife. My husband must bring money to the house. What is wrong if you bring money to the house? Will it kill you? So as a woman, I want us to encourage ourselves. If you are sitting there in the house now and you are not doing anything, please, before the day runs, I want you to sit down and think, what can I do that is going to add value to my children, to my house, to the people around me, to the people that work with me? What can I do to add value? We need to have multiple streams of income. I am a civil service outfit where will you just sit down and wait? There are so many things you can do as a woman trader. You can go and buy things from people. 1,000 naira as a student. You know, I was reading something. I was sharing with some students yesterday. We found out that with as little as 0 kobo, you can start something. Like what? You can just go and meet other students that don't like washing, like me when I was in school, and up to today too, I don't like washing. Please pardon me. But I love other jobs, but I don't like washing. You can go and meet people like me and say, bring your money, bring your clothes. Can we wash for you? Before you know it, you start dry cleaning for everybody. Carry drinks, go and sell in the office. I mean, in the class or in your hostel. You know, somebody shared with me my husband in my husband's office that day. She said, as a student, she used to sell pure water, and that pure water, she sold that pure water and bought she bought what do they call it, a cooler. After buying the cooler, she now still use that money to get mattress, and that mattress is what she's using today. Because of what? As a child, I mean, as a student, she knew that she could trade and she took it upon herself. There's another thing you can do: manufacturing. Manufacturing. You know, you'll be asking yourself, manufacturing what? Which money do I have? Let me tell you what you can manufacture. You know Zobo. As another, I know Zobo Road Abi, carry Zobo. I manufacture Zobo. Is it not manufacturing? You taking raw material, now you change it to something. As a woman in the house, you say you don't have what to do. Manufacture Zobo. Go and carry. Don't do it like the way every other person is doing it. Brand it, package it well. See now, me, my Zobo, it's not, my Zobo has class and level. I don't, you know, when I started, I was doing it one. But later, you know what I did? I started doing it. I'll put it in a pack, just the way Coca-Cola will put it in their crate, you know, crate of 12 and sell it. That was what I was doing. And before you know it, now, my Zobo, Kunu, and Tiger Nut, I don't need to go anywhere. I sit down in the house. You have to place order, and then I'll go and deliver for you. I didn't used to do like before that I would do. I saw it in free. So as a woman, don't just tell me you don't have money to do anything. You can start doing those things. You can manufacture. You can start doing washing liquid, this washing soap. You know, my girl in the house, I taught her how to do it. Now, this month end, there are some 2 or 3 people that are going to pay her. She's working for me, but I encourage her because I don't believe in sitting down doing nothing. So I also encourage her that, look, as you are sitting down in the house doing something, you can also learn something. So I taught her how to do that thing. Called my sister that was into that thing, told her, teach her how to do this thing well. And the girl now, she's going to start making money this month, and there are some people that are already waiting for her to train, and they are going to pay her. That is manufacturing. She's manufacturing soap. She's manufacturing bleach. So you as a woman, why would you just sit down and say you cannot do anything? But then your packaging should be very, very important. Just don't do like this. Then we have agriculture. That's another way you can get money. You have your fish farm, you have your snail, you have chicken, and everything. The barrack around me, I stay very close to a barrack, and those women impress me. When you enter that barrack, you see all manner, animal farm, you see turkey, you see chicken, you see popcorn, you see everything. You know, the women are working. They are trying to make ends meet. They're not just sitting down and saying that, yes, our husbands are policemen, they'll bring in money. No, they are doing something. So you as a woman that is looking at me there, please take time. Go and ask them. I mean, it doesn't take anything for you to go and meet somebody and ask the person that, please, how did you start doing this fish farm? One of my husband's mentors, you know, came to the house 2 months ago. He told me, he said, look, start doing something. He said, fish farming is good. This guy works in an oil company. He said that he wants to even retire so that he can start doing that. So what are you doing as a woman? Go and ask the next person, do you know how to do this fishing? Or do you know how to do poultry? Can you help me? Do it. Then the last source of money is land investment. You know, I have seen things happen with this last investment. Some 6 years ago, you know, this normal asusu that we do, a contribution. I bought a plot of land for about 800,000. Right now, that property is going for about 4 million. Yes, 6 years ago. So you as a woman that is working, do you carry all your investment? Do you carry all the money you inside and tie it on your head and put it on your head? Do you go and buy Rivon for 300,000 and tie it on your head and tell yourself that, no, this is what is this? Or you go and buy 300,000 naira wrapper. So you carried all your money and put on your waist. So now the land that you're supposed to invest in is now on your waist and on your hair. You're carrying money and you're moving around. So what happens if something happens, an eventuality, you don't even have anything to fall back on? Because why? You must be in fashion. You must prepare them, all those young girls that think, I'm not fine, I'm going to show them that I have money. What are you showing? Who are you impressing? We don't need anyone to show us anything. So those are ways you can get money. Those are sources of money. You don't have to go and kill yourself, say you must do one big thing. Start small. Then outlets, money outlets. You know, after making money, I'm a Christian, so I'm going to stand with what I do when I have money. You know, once they pay me my salary, there are things I look out to. There are 8 ways I send out my money. The first thing I think about, at the beginning of the year, I do my first fruit. I don't joke with that. It is very, very important. I didn't know about first fruit for a long time, until 2-3 years ago. And I started doing it. It was really, really hard. Let me tell you, to cultivate a habit is hard. But when you start, it becomes easy. I started with my first fruit. It was hard, but God helped me. I continued. Then that's just another way to send your money. Then offering. Some people, you know, some years back, I noticed that I give, whenever it's time for offering, I just open my bag and bring out what I want to give, or something that I've already planned on giving from the house, and I will do that. But I noticed that at the end of sometimes when I come to church, I don't even have what to give as offering, because I've already exhausted what I have. So what did I start? I started doing something. I plan my offering. Once I am being paid my salary, I take my my salary and pay it, my offering, and pay it upfront. I don't joke with that. I pay it upfront, so that whether there is money or there is no money, my offering has been given. I don't play with my offering. Then my tithe. I started tithing a long time ago, and I can never forget, our pastors in Maiduguri, God bless them, when they taught me about tithing at a young age. 1/10 of what you have. 1/10. Even the richest man in Babylon, if you go and read that book, he said 1/10 of what you have is just to keep. My tithe, I don't joke with it. So that's another way for you to send your money on assignment. Then myself, I take care of myself. As I'm doing the business, as I'm collecting my salary and doing all those things, I take care of myself. Because see, nobody can take care of you like you. So don't be saying that you've been working and working and working and be looking haggard, you cannot even take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. You also have your spouse. For those of us that are married, you have your wife, you have your husband. Women, I know it's a hard one, but please, once in a while, put money in the envelope and dash your husband. You know why? When you do that, more money will come. That's a better way to just go and collect from them. It's not that every time you be nata, it's you that be collecting and collecting. You can't give. go carry that money, give them a little and say, look, oh, Ross, take this money, oh, and this thing, you know. Last year, December, when I checked what we made in our shop and everything, I put the money in the envelope and gave my husband. Chai, after giving him that money, that month, I got extra. He dashed me enough money during that December time. So you see, give your spouse money. Then your parents. Your parents have worked so hard. Some people sold, some of us, our parents sold granuts to make sure we went to school. I remember my mother's Zobo shop, Hakunu, how we used to pack those things from GRA. I mean, we're living in GRA. I know how to get taxis in GRA. It's really difficult. We'll pack those things. Sometimes we take a drop. Sometimes we trek to the main road with that thing. You know, when the car is bad and everything, and take it to the church. My mother trained us with all those things. My dad was also doing it. But then you are always with your mom, seeing all those things she has gone through. She did all those things. So how will I be justified if today I don't carry something and give my mother? Or because you are now a big girl or a big boy in the city, you say you not give your mom or your dad something, you cannot send money. See, since I lost my dad like 4 years ago, and when my dad, before then I used to do something, but it wasn't like frequently because I knew they could take care of themselves. But right now I make it a point of duty that every month I send something to my mother. There is nothing you can do. And if something else happens and she needs something, I still send it. So cultivate that habit. Give your mother something. Don't just say, no, 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 she can take care of herself. After all, she's in the village. No, please give your parents money. Send something to your parents. What about your children? Children like enjoyment. They like enjoyment. Like this morning when I was leaving the house, my son said, Mommy, when you are coming back, bring shawarma. So if you are making money, please make money for your children, because there will be shawarma, there will be burger, there will be this. You know, there's something that I usually do at the beginning of the year. We do contribution in the office. It's just a little stipend, you know. We do that thing. When we do that thing, at the end of the year, it's like, it's not actually a saving. I'm just keeping that in aside so that when it's time to enjoy, I'll be able to enjoy with my kids. So at the end of the year, I collect that money. When I collect that money, I become very generous with them. Mommy, I want to go to this place. I say, let's go. Mommy, I want to buy this. Sometimes they'll be asking, why is mommy so generous in this season? It's not that this I've already planned. So a woman that plans her money will enjoy the money. Also, the poor. The Bible says the poor you always have in the land. You will always have the poor people in the land. So what do? Do you accumulate everything and keep it to yourself? No. Give people, help people. Let it not be that, it's not my fault that they are poor. Now the Bible says that there will be poor people in the land. So there should be now. No, they should stay and take care of themselves. No. You know, when I learned this thing, it helped me. You know, before I'll just be sitting down. This has to come and say, please, I want this one. I'll give them. Before you know it, nothing. So now what I do is, at the end of every month, I'll plan myself. I'll tell myself that, okay, if this month we're going to help students, I'll put money. This is for students. Next month, I'm going to help widows. I do that. Next month is this. So by the time the year ends, you see that you have touched everybody. Everywhere you've been able to impact lives, no matter how small, even if the money is small. But what I know is that I've been able to impact life. So when you do that, you are able to help people. It's not that everything that comes. So if you have inlets of money, you should also have outlets. If not, you'll be eating and be eating like an elephant, and you'll be shitting like a small fly. You are going to die of constipation. Then how do you manage your finances? At the end of the day, sometimes, maybe, so at the end of the day, you sit down and take inventory. What did I do with my money? Or at the end of the month, you take inventory of what your account is. What happened to this money? What did I do with this thing? You know, in doing that, it helps you to plan. It helps you to plan what you are going to do. It helps you to plan it helps you to see what you have done with the money, what you have achieved, and what you have wasted. So that the next time you come back, you know that, no. Next time when you see things like that, you know, no, this one is a no-go area. I'm not going to do this thing. So, and then you calculate how much comes into your hand within a period. Do you just pack and pack and pack? And then when there is nothing, you don't know. How much do you have within a period of time? Sit down and track and calculate your expenses. Then I want to talk about budget. Budget. Budget is very, very important. You budget your money. When money enters your hand, you budget it. Women, I'm sorry to tell you that if you're a woman that does not work with budget, you are going to crash. You know why? It has happened to me. Some years back, my husband is off his place of work. There was a need to do interior decoration and everything, and those were things I had passion for. I could do it. I mean, without blinking, I can just look at the place and see that the place is nice, and I want to beautify it. I've already seen the picture I want in my mind. So they were looking for somebody to do that for their guest house, and I was this thing. He told them, my wife can do it, and we went there. And the long story short, I was given that thing. I did it. When I did the first one, they said I should do the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and like that and like that. It kept on coming. So they were paying me money in millions. But there was something I was not doing. I was not budgeting. I was having money coming from left, right, and everywhere in millions. But look at it. I did not have any budget. So anybody, anywhere, they'll just call me. Perhaps I'll just give. The only good thing I can remember that I did with that money that time, I invested in land. So I kept on doing that. I'll collect this money. I'll collect that money. I'll do this one, spend this one. Hey, I have this one. Take. At the end of the day, when trouble started, I did not have anything to fall back with. And that was when financial literacy started knocking on my door. And thank God that was when I came in contact with Pastor Wisdom, and that man, if you read out his book, Money, Make It, Manage It, and Multiply, your head will be correct. If your head is not correct, your head will be correct. He knows how to manage money very well. So me, I became his number one disciple and his number one mentee. I read that book. I started following that thing. I started budgeting. I started keeping small of everything. I will now say, okay, this one is for this one is for that, and see if you come. Except if it's a light threatening thing. If it's something, I'll just tell you, I don't have it. It's not that I don't have money. I don't have it. That I don't have it means I don't have the money to do that. So you have to budget. And there's a way you budget in percentages. When you budget in percentages, it helps you. Even our tithe is in percentages. God encourages percentages. Joseph in the Bible kept 20% of what he had for 7 years. He budgeted in percentages. Genesis 41, 34 to 36, if you check it, he kept that money. And no matter what happened, he kept that money for, he saved for 20 years the food, the grain that they were about to eat. And they lived on 80%. And for the next 7 years of the famine, what happened? They were feeding on that 20%. Everybody was coming from left, right, and center. That means you can have a little. When you save a little, when there is an issue, it's going to cover a vast, this is going to help you to cover whatever it is that you want to cover. And then this brings me to saving. A lot of us don't save. When you see money in your account, that money must die by fire. See, let me tell you something. Your money must not die by fire. What is it now? You say organic. Is it every time that money enters your hand, you want to see it die? But I was like that too, honestly. When money enters my account, what is that I want to do? No budget, no saving, no nothing. But when I taught myself financial literacy, when I learned under my mentor, Pastor Wisdom, you know what I started doing? After breaking my money into percent, I sat down, and that's what you are going to do today. You are going to sit down on your own this evening, this afternoon, this morning. Sit down and ask yourself, how much is coming into my hand? And today, I'm not teaching you any big grammar. How much is coming into my hand? How much do I want to spend for this thing? How much do I want to give my parents? How much do I want to give my kids? How much do I want to give my spouse? How much do I want to give to other people to help them? And what do I want to do? You sit down, what project do I want to do? Like my child, she told me that, Mommy, I'm not going to school in this Nigeria. Hey, I just started laughing. I said, this speaking. I beg you, do you know what it takes to school out of the country? And I told my husband started laughing at me. He said, I said, let's start saving. He said, oh, do your own. And I said, okay, but now me, I will do. Even if it means that my small money, I'll use it and send my daughter. Even if that's what's going to pay for accommodation or anything, I will start saving. I started little by little, little by little. You know, by the time I checked, that money is now running into 7 figures. It's not that I started as little as 50,000 naira. So if you are not able to save, now I'm saving towards her education. She's just in JS3. So you might think, and there is time. Let me tell you, the worst thing that can happen to you is when you need something and it's not there. When your child's about to enter school and you've been having money, I've been sitting on money, and you cannot send that child to school because of something that just came up then, an unfortunate incident that took away money, and there is nothing for your child to go back. I mean, there's nothing for you to fall back to. That thing is heartbreaking. Sometimes it can lead you to your grave. So start saving small, 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 small. It doesn't have to be big, just a little, a little. You see, the thing about the power of saving is consistency. I want you to write, let me say, no matter how small, make up your mind to save what you have. More important than the amount is a habit of saving, is a habit. Just form that habit. Because there is power. The power of saving is consistency. Do it every month. Take that money, drop it. Take that money, drop it. If you have something that they used to do with a hole and drop it, use it, keep it. It will be heartbreaking for you that after working for years, there will be nothing. Let me tell you, one of the things that has motivated me to sit down and tell myself and plan my future is that I have seen directors, I've seen permanent secretaries, I've seen people that were ruling, that were at the helm of affairs in my office. After 3, 4, 5 years into retirement, you see them slim, down, sick. They don't have money. It is not because they did not touch money, but because they did not save for the for the droughts. They kept on spending and spending and spending. I looked at those people. I said, I don't want to be those kind of people. So I started saving for my daughters and my son's education. I also save for my own things. I want to do something. I've told myself I've already started my retirement plan. That's why I have that Kowi Couture, that fashion artist. Since we do clothes. Let me start that one. It's small. Let me start it, so that tomorrow when I retire, I will have something to fall back on. My husband, by God's grace, he's into real estate. I am also putting anything that I can do. I do that. If I sell, the time I was selling, I was getting commission. So if you don't have anything to do, please, after this show, come and call me. You can come and sell land and get commission. So please, the power of saving is consistency. I know something about budget. Budget gives your money direction. If your money does not have direction, imagine now I did not have where I was saving that money. That money would have gone into different things. But you know what? Because I gave that money direction, it's able to accumulate somewhere for another purpose. So whatever it is that you've been able to, whatever thing you want to do, start small, small, save, budget. And for those that like borrowing, for those that are into debt, please start getting yourself out of that debt. Women, we should not be in everywhere you go. Must they mention your name anywhere you go this person, don't mind that she can borrow. Some of us even go to buy food on credit, something that is going to enter our stomach. Meanwhile, you've even been given the money, but you've spent it. Please learn how to save small, small, little drops of water make an ocean. That's what they taught us in primary school. So as a woman, you can have money, and your money is not for you to oppress people. Your money is for you to serve people. The Bible says that he that wants to be the greatest should first of all be the servant of all. Serve people with your money. People say that money makes people proud. No, already you are a proud person before that money came. You're already proud. So please, if you know that you want to have money, another way to have it is be humble and be ready to serve. With this little point of mine, I hope I'll be able to convince you and not confuse you that money is good, but there is a way, an attitude to money. There is how to manage your money. There is how to budget for your money. There is how to give out your money. And there is how to treat people when you have money as a woman. So how you treat people is very important. Remember, your level is your pocket. Yes. It is not that when you see that, look, oh, I am a director, so I am supposed to. You are supposed to, does not mean you have. Your money, your pocket is your level. What you have, if you want to buy something on the road, I have just 1,000 naira, my sister, forget your title. If your title is Director General, I have 200 naira. I go and tell the woman that is selling ugu on the road, give me 1,000 naira worth of ugu, and she gives you. I give her 200 naira. By the time that woman shouts and they beat you, your eye will clear. So remember, your level is your pocket. Don't waste money. Invest your money. Thank you very, very much. God bless you.
Oh my God.
As a
Thank
favor,
you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
thank you, ma.
This is this is awesome. So, yes, the woman and money. We now know that money is very, very, very important. Money is very important. So this morning,
Very.
the first session was on the complete woman on assignment. You need money too to fulfill assignments. You need money to fulfill
Seriously.
assignments. Exactly. I mean, if we as women here will have money, we will be able to sponsor children who cannot afford education. So can you imagine you, a woman, having money and you have like 10 children on sponsorship on your name, on your account? You know, going to school. That's beautiful. That's part of what you do with your money. So please, I don't know if anybody has any question for Mrs. Parry. Do we have any questions? Please, if you have money, if you have questions, I say if you have money. If you have questions, please ask. Yes, people are writing what they learned. Please, I need you to post. In fact, I'm seeing a serious, the back end here is just your level is your pocket. Don't invest money. This
Yes,
is
so.
true. Somebody say, I need money to fulfill assignments. Another one say, budgeting gives your money direction. Yes. Very great teaching, very practical, and all of that. Somebody say, your level is your pocket. Very explicit. Yes, that's our language. My husband will always say, your level is your pocket. Your level is your pocket. Oh my God. Wow. Somebody said, I need to fulfill my assignment. Yes, we all need money to fulfill our assignments. Okay, somebody is asking a question. I'm going to post the question for you to see the question. The question is, Ma, what do you do when your responsibility is more than your money? What do you do when your responsibility is more than your money? It's a question. Okay, you can answer.
Hello? Can we hear me? When
Yes,
your
yes.
responsibility is more than your money. Okay,
Mhm.
what is that responsibility? Let me tell you something, every day is no day. See, even the richest man cannot have enough money. That's the truth about money.
Mm.
No matter what you earn and how you earn, you can never have enough. So even if you feel that thing that you are saying that your responsibility is more than money, that's what you feel and that's what you think. And that was the exact thing I was also doing. You know, I felt I had so many things, I had so much on my mind, the agenda, I had so many people that I needed to help. So I was not keeping money until I sat down and took a paper and a pen and asked myself, what are these things? Some of these things that you think they are do or die affairs, they are things that you can even do without. And I started striking out some things, you know,
Mm.
okay, like maybe if shoes that you want to buy, if it's not designer shoe, you not buy anything. Meanwhile, there are plenty fine shoes everywhere now that they are selling second hand, and then I can afford those ones. I strike those things. You begin to cut your coats. Let me say, according to your material, not your size, according to what you get. Begin to slice those things down, small by small, because you can never, you as human beings, our needs are inexhaustible. So now look
Mm.
at it. Make a list. Where are the needs and what are the wants I have? Do I really need these
Yes.
things? Can I do without these things for now? If I can do without them, then let me remove them. They are not important. What are the basic needs of life? Food, clothing, and shelter. So if you're able to have food, clothing, and shelter, that is a basic thing you need. So every other thing can be adjusted. So my dear, adjust yourself, bring yourself, and just remember that my pocket is my level. So just put that in. When you put that in, budget according to your pocket. Run your needs according to your pockets. I hope I've been able to help you.
Yes, yes, fantastic. No, there's a difference between needs and wants. So if you say your responsibility, just like,
Yeah.
for example, some people are earning, let's say somebody is earning 50,000 naira, and the person is going to live in a one-bedroom flat or a two-bedroom flat. That by the time you calculate the rent, you find out that a
Hey.
fraction of what the person is earning in a year is what the person is investing in the rent. You must know that at a level, your level is your pocket. That's the truth. So you actually manage to grow big. You don't wait to grow big before you start managing. Very, very, very important. There's another question here. Somebody, oh, sorry. There's another question here. Okay. I think this question is almost like the next one. Ma, how do you save when your income is not enough to meet your immediate needs? How do you still save?
Saving, like I said, saving is an attitude and it's a character you have to build. It's not easy.
Oh,
When I started saving, it was hell. In fact, the first 3, 4, 5 months was something else. But when you begin to save, my dear, see, it's not like I said, it's the consistency that matters. So even if it is 200 naira saving is saving. Oh, that 200 naira is just in case something happens. So please, just keep it. It is not easy. Just save. How are you going to do it? I don't have an answer for you. The answer I have for you is save. Just form the habit. Just form the
save.
habit. That's it. Just save.
Fantastic. Yes, another question. I think after this one. Is it okay to borrow money for a project with intentions of paying monthly? Is it okay to borrow money for a project?
Praise the Lord. Oh. See, let me tell you, all of us know Dangote. I read something about him. It was when he started manufacturing. He said something. He said, if you want to go and build a business, that you want to start manufacturing something, you don't just go to the bank and tell them that, please, I want money and everything. It's my intent. I have an intent. And you show them those things and then show them their big, big plans. He said, no. He said, before you go to the bank, you should be able to have land somewhere. When you have the land somewhere, you have your structures. You even have, maybe you'll be able to buy the things you are going to use. You now go and meet them and tell them, please, I need money to help me to start manufacturing. And because, manufacturing, because of the other things like light, this in power in Nigeria, we need to work extra hard to meet up. So if you are going to help me to spread this thing, I'm going to have you help us, to start this work. And when we start, as we are this, we'll be paying the bank. That thing that you're entering in, have you even proved the thing? Have you seen people that will go and bring money back? In fact, I've seen people that do all this and forever living this thing. They'll pack all their money and put into it. And before they know it, they've crashed. You know why? Because they don't even have the ability to sell the product to other people. So me, I'm an advocate of start small, small. Go and carry that in. If you start a business and you're able to, if you have pure water business and you succeed in that business, move to the next level. If you are able to succeed, move to the next level. There was something that my husband said 2 weeks ago. He said a business should not die in your hand. So if pure water dies in your hand, what is the guarantee that if they give you this thing, aeroplane to sell, that the aeroplane will not die in your hand? So the thing is, start. Before you start any business, please go and check how viable is this business. Who are those that have gone through this road? Go and meet them, ask them how far. Can you help me? Can I do this kind of thing? See, this is what I want to do. Ask questions. Don't just move around and just say, okay, I want to start a business. I want to borrow money. Borrowing, see, let me tell you, it is easy to borrow, but it's not easy to pay. So I don't advise anybody to borrow. When I started my fashion listing, I had just one sewing machine and I bought it. And that sewing machine, I started working on it consistently. From there, we were able to buy the second one. From there, when my husband saw how consistent we were and we did not disturb him, he now gave us money to buy this thing, the weaving machine. You know, gradually, when I started adding materials, small, 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 and I keep telling them that I will not bring out my money from another thing, business that I'm doing to put into this shop. If this shop cannot produce, then let us close it. So if you want to start a business, please don't borrow. Start. There are some businesses you can start with as little as nothing, like I told us, with
Yes.
nothing,
Yes.
nothing, or 1,000 naira. No leftovers. The woman started her mama business with 1,000 naira, and today
Mm.
she has gone to she was in the White House to see Obama's wife. So what is it? If she has 1,000 and she started there and she could see Obama's wife, what makes you feel that you cannot start small and get to that place?
Mm.
Please, I
Right.
don't advise you to borrow money. I don't like it. The Bible says that the borrower is a servant to the lender. You want to start your business as a servant? You're a steward, not a servant.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. In fact, fantastic. I even want to add, when people talk about borrowing, the truth is that money is not the only capital to do business. In that book,
At all.
money,
Integrity.
yes. In fact, money is whoever asked this question, I need you, and you're listening right now. Money is not the only in that book, Money Make It and Manage It, written by my husband. It talks about 10 forms of capital that you can. Integrity
Yeah,
is capital. Integrity is
very
capital.
important.
Relationship is capital. What are these other forms of capital in that? Machinery is capital. Your phone is capital. A lot of things are
Yeah.
access to people is capital. So even if, in fact, the relationship you have, people borrow money to actually expand an already proven business. And it's because you already have integrity. Sometimes you don't even pay. They give you, because you have integrity capital, they even give you the goods, and then you resell. You're able to scale up and begin to move up. I've been in that situation. I wanted to run a salon many years back. A lot of people don't know that I do hair. I used to make hair. I can make hair very well, braid, fix, and all of that. I wanted to start a salon business, in the city where we used to live. And I went to this bank to borrow money. They told me how they were going to give me money, give me. And I didn't know that they hid some interest. Some interest were hidden. When I came back, I brought the paper to show my husband. My husband said, calm down, calm down, calm down. And by the time he read it, because my husband is very direct. By the time he read, he showed me the percentage and said they will lock you up if you don't provide this money. And that's how I put a hold on borrowing the money. We used the money that we had and started the business at the level that we started the business. So at a point, that salon grew to become a happening salon in that city. It's called Favored Fingers. I won't forget that salon. That salon began to take care of house upkeep. So my husband stopped giving money for house upkeep. He said this salon was going to take care of house upkeep. And I think at the time, welfare for people, family members. And at the time, I think he paid school fees for our children. That salon then, at that phase. But we started it with the money that we had. So we didn't have issues with borrowing and all of that. So please, there are other forms of capital. Cash is not the only capital. There's integrity, there's assets, there's technology, there's machinery. I think about it. If you get that book, Money Make It and Manage It, it will help you. And I'm sure the e-copies are available. Okay, somebody said
Sorry.
there's another question for you, Kobe. If you budget your offering, I think this is the last question we're going to take. If you budget your offering, and in church, the offering times increase, demanding more from you, how do you manage it so that you don't run out of your budgeted amount?
Offering is a free will thing, no. It is not by force, so don't come and start putting it on pastors. So that's why they are giving pastors bad names. If you have your budget, pay, go and drop it like that. Don't allow anything to manipulate you. Some people are manipulative, you know. If it has increased and you have the resources, give. But if you don't have, please don't kill yourself. Because the Bible says, give cheerfully, not grudgingly. So that time that you are giving that money grudgingly, you will not have any profit, you will not have any reward. Instead, you are heaping wahala on your head. So give cheerfully, give the one that is cheerful, because the Bible says God loves a cheerful giver. So please, if there is an increase and everything, I don't have the money to give, or you have the money, but you don't want to give it happily. Biko, keep that money and go and buy bole on the road. Better for you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Somebody's asking, how do I get the book? I think we'll try and work things out. I'll try and get the link. I think the book is actually up. I'll try and get the link and post it maybe in the
Yeah.
evening or later in the day. You can actually send me, whoever asked that question, please, you can actually send me a DM. Send me a DM so that I know it's you and all of that. So we want to say very big thank you, very big thank you to Mrs. Cowie for this wonderful time. Thank you so much. 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 Woman
Thank
and
you
mommy.
very, very, very much, Pastor Phil.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you go now. Thank you
Thank you very
so
much,
much.
ma.
God bless you real, real good. God bless you real good. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone who is watching. This is day one. No, this is the first session of the Complete Women Conference. Like I told you, it's complete. The morning we looked at in the morning we looked at the we looked at the Complete Woman on Assignment. Excuse me. We looked at the Complete Woman on Assignment. And now we're looking at we're looking at the woman and money. The woman and money. So in the evening, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, and I think our wonderful daughter, mentee, protege, whatever it is, a wonderful woman. She's going to be speaking on the effective single. Please, if you know single people, tell them, invite more people to join this community. She's actually going to be at 5 p.m. Nigerian time. She's going to be speaking all the way from the US. She carries fire in her bones. I'm trying to let you know she has fire in her bones, and that's Vanessa Okoro. She used to be Vanessa Akabio. Vanessa Okoro, married to a wonderful man. She will be speaking to us on the effective single this evening by 5 p.m. Please, I'd like you to go over the sessions again, watch them again, and we're going to meet 5 p.m. Have an amazing day. God bless you all. Please, if you learned something, I'd like you to do something on your social media platforms, on your handles, whether it's your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter. I want you to hashtag what you learned. Say what you learned, and then hashtag Complete Woman Conference 2020. So that's the hashtag. The hashtag is Complete Woman Conference 2020. Complete Woman Conference 2020. That's the hashtag you should use. The Complete Woman Conference 2020. God bless you all. So that's the hashtag you're going to use, the Complete Woman Conference 20. Share what you have learned. Share with people. Let a lot of women know that session on the Complete Woman on Assignment is a session you definitely you want to watch. The Complete Woman on Assignment, the first session that I took this morning, is a session you also want to go and look at again. Is a session you also want to go and listen again and catch some fire. You need to go and listen to it again and catch some fire. I'm telling you, and catch some fire. And catch the Complete Woman on Assignment. That was the first session we had this morning. You want to go and look at it, listen to it again and catch some fire. And I'll see you 5 p.m. God bless you all. I love you all. See you by 5 p.m. today. Thank you so much, and bye-bye for now. Okay.